Alright, yeah, this is Beanstalk Podcast, yo. Welcome to episode 16, is it?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So a lot of things actually happened this week. Just a whole range of things.
What?
Of the list, what do we start with, guys?
I'm kind of interested to hear about Ismat's Index. Since you have it, have you been...
So I played it for like about 2 hours thus far, like within the last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't play it for more than like 30 minutes to an hour because I get really nauseous.
Oh, okay.
So, because I'm still getting them sea legs, you know,
mm-hmm.
Still working it in. Because it's so weird. Because when you like move your, I don't have a lot of space in my room, so I can't move around too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to use the controller a lot to move myself, and jumping or like running in game while standing still just makes your brain go, "What the is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a weird experience, but it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I hit my wall a few times. I think I hit it like twice.
Mm-hmm.
I nearly toppled my bookshelf over.
Oh.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, like what I ended up doing, I had to put a blanket in the middle of my room, so that way I can kind of feel where I was stepping. That way I didn't hit the wall as many times as I was before. So once I started getting used to that, I stopped hitting the wall. But yeah, it takes a while getting used to like not getting nauseous. And when you're done playing, you feel kind of out of it for a little bit, because it's just like, are these hands my actual hands?
My hands.
These hands aren't real.
I know.
The virtual.
By the way, that finger tracking is freaking amazing. Because the Index has the finger tracking. My God, that is amazing.
So I understand. Do you have like it's like with the headset and controller combo, or what is it that you actually are interacting with the system?
So you have two controllers.
Okay.
I'll
get two. Okay.
Yeah. So one for each hand, right? And the Index can track each and every finger. So it has like a little sensor on the controller.
Oh, it's just a thing you're gripping essentially, but
kind of.
Okay.
There is a what's it called, the stick on each one.
Got two numchucks?
Yeah,
like Wii nunchucks?
Yeah. Like Wii nunchucks, yeah. And so...
See, this sounds hype. Okay.
Yeah. So this thing, tracks your fingers, and there's nothing there. It's just like a grip almost, right?
Uh-huh.
And it just knows when you're gripping or not gripping. And it does take a while for it to sync with your hands, but once it does, it's...
Oh, so there is a syncing process that you do before you get to use it?
Not like syncing, but it's just more like it takes time for it to realize, oh, you're closing your hands, you're opening your hands. But once it does that, after, like playing it for a little while, then it almost does it seamlessly.
Okay.
And so when you put your thumb down on the stick, it also closes your thumb, because that's like the end of the controller anyway, right? And there is like a little touchpad on the controller. And there's a couple of extra buttons, like an A and B button almost. So yeah.
So what do you play on your Index?
So I only have one game at the moment. Technically I have two.
Is it Beat Saber?
No.
Darn.
But technically I have two games. One that I have not installed because it takes like 50 gigs, which is Half-Life Alyx.
Oh,
and then the other one was Blade and Sorcery, because that's the game I really wanted to play. And by God, that game is amazing. It's just a sword fighting game, and it's.
Oh, but you actually get to sword fight. No,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
I dig it. Okay.
And I get to dual wield and shit. It's great.
Yeah.
So there you go. Kevin, come over sometime. We'll play.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Although you'll probably hit the wall a few times.
Yeah,
you're
I'm sorry in advance. Yeah.
So you have better reach than I do.
Kevin swings his sword and he's close to the wall and he just busts a hole through your wall.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the game simulates me breaking through the wall so effectively. It's like, no, Kevin, that wall is broke for real. Oh.
But yeah, no, it takes a while getting your sea legs in.
Okay. No, since we've started this Index, arc of Ismat's side story, I guess we could call it, I've been looking at those PSVRs. I mean, I know PlayStation 5 is a thing that's coming out, but I don't know, they're kind of having the problems. But,
I mean, the PlayStation VR is nice. I really love my Index.
But I want to play Beat Saber so much. That game, the music's good as well. It's the only rhythm game I want to play. Because it's not a rhythm game.
If you ever decide to come over, I'll get you the Beat Saber.
Yeah? Yee! Okay. Best of both worlds.
Yep, there you go. And what's it called? No, because you get the finger tracking with the Index. I don't think I think you can probably get it with the Oculus as well, but then with the Oculus you need Facebook.
Oh yeah,
because whatever reason Oculus decided, we're going to force you to have a Facebook account now.
Oh, our Oculus system is Facebook powered.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Facebook owns Oculus now.
Well, they always had.
Yeah.
I think since like 2000.
This is all news to me. I don't know things.
Yeah.
Because it's been almost like 5.
Then
10 years
why
they owned them.
wouldn't Mark Zuckerberg do this to us?
Well, you know what? He's seeing a lot of loss in sales now. So you know what?
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Oh no, he had a good run.
He accomplished his prime directive. He can return to the underground.
Yeah, you can go back under the rock for sure.
Oh, dude, my favorite episode. One of my favorite episodes of Rick and Morty is the one with the devil, and he goes, "You're Zuckerberging me." He's like, "I was Zuckerberging people before Zuckerberg was, I think, out of the womb or some shit," and I was like, "Fucking funny."
Yeah, no food
And he goes,
salad.
"I'm the devil, bitch." What? And then he plays little fiddle.
Oh no, Scary Terry's my favorite.
That's a good one too.
I like his big scrotum chin that he's got. Chris, don't look at me like that. Have you seen Scary Terry? He's got 2 nuts on his face, Christopher.
I've seen it.
Dude, that's
He
not one of my
says
favorite
says
jokes
that
of all
one
time.
word too much, and then he flashes back to his scary school, and they're trying to teach Scary Terry to be scary, and he couldn't be scary. He's like, I'm
Bitch.
Yeah.
Is that all
And
you
then-
can say? Bitch. Dude, I
Rick
don't
and
know.
Morty is good. I forget.
I love that show. I'm waiting for season 5 right now. Because, it's always a wait.
Yeah.
Is it all the seasons on Hulu still, or is it like one?
I think all 4 seasons are on Hulu.
Oh, they
still.
are. Okay.
I don't know
I'll
if
have to get
I
on
don't.
that.
I think they're also on HBO Max now
Mm-hmm.
as well, but they're not taking off Hulu like they did South Park, which killed me because I was watching South Park and I was like on the last season or so, and then they took it off Hulu and put it on HBO Max only, and I was like, God damn it!
Wait, it's on HBO Max only? Like
Yeah,
that-
they took
why?
it off Hulu.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know. South Park's no longer on Hulu.
Oh, but speaking of HBO Max, I mean, when are we going to talk about the Justice League? And apparently, there's 4 parts
Why?
made from that one movie.
We've already talked about this.
I know, but it's still coming.
I know. We wait, Kevin. Just, wait
HBO
until there's
Max,
a
Christopher. Who's gonna buy the subscription so we could watch?
nobody.
No.
I don't like HBO
Isn't that
doing
the
this.
fear?
Yeah, that's a problem. I hate Apple TV and I hate HBO Max doing these things. I hate how Netflix and Hulu aren't reacting to these things at all. The HBO and Apple TV are taking exclusives. They're taking things for themselves. And Hulu and Netflix are basically not reacting in any way.
Well, I mean, after the whole fiasco with Netflix and a couple of things they released, I
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What things did they release?
let's not mention it.
No, mention it. This is the podcast where we talk the truth. I don't know these things.
Might have to censor this a little bit.
Is
but,
it because it's where they belong?
So, children
Children toying with themselves is the way I'll put it.
twerking, sexualization.
There literally was a scene supposedly where they
No, but
touch
what's
themselves.
the thing that they released? What's the movie or
that.
show that they called?
That's a movie.
But,
it's
are you guys specifically not saying the name as to not promote it or whatever?
Absolutely.
yeah.
okay.
It's literally a documentary about a black Muslim girl who breaks away from her conservative family tradition and goes and joins a
Yeah,
troupe.
good for her. Oh,
of dancing girls.
oh, entertainers, you could say.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's a lot of sexualization of this little girl. So
Oh, like Sarada in the Boruto manga? Have you guys seen that? That's so bad.
Yeah, I've seen it. I have
It's-
the manga. I have like 4 volumes of the manga.
That's the only way the show beats the manga, but that's it. Everything else, read the manga, everybody.
yeah, but I think the director's under investigation for that now. So
Okay.
yeah, well, rightfully so, because supposedly there was a scene
Here's
where
the thing. It's a little sad because this female French director was like, I'm going to make a movie about how a big business and how these movie studios are sexualizing children.
but she does it by sexualizing.
Yeah, sexualizing children. There we go. That's not the right avenue to take. Don't
so-
double down. Hold back.
And so they're
That's funny, because I usually abdicate double down. Yeah.
so yeah, there's a lot of what's it called, investigation going on about that stuff.
Yeah.
And the casting process, because they're wondering how they casted all these little girls.
They're
to
wondering
do this.
what awful parents would let their children do that.
That too.
People don't realize parents are awful.
No,
Parents are great too, but
some of them are not very good.
There are parents who will just.
There are good apples and bad apples.
Some of them just really want the money.
Oh man, speaking of bad parents who want money, have you guys been watching The Boys at all?
No, I haven't.
I'm breathing really bad into the mic now for a dramatic effect. Man, that show though.
I remember watching. I think I might have said about this, but I did watch the premiere the very first episode.
Yeah, no, that first episode's strong.
Mm-hmm. So when it was like a special premiere thing, when they were just like testing the like audiences, yeah. It was pretty good. I like that first episode. It was weird because it was definitely something I've never seen before, with the whole like superheroes being bad thing. But yeah, it was interesting.
I love the concept. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
I've seen a few things about it. Like I saw the scene where the main scrawny dude is standing with his girlfriend lovingly.
Then she. Oh yeah.
They're just a little bit on the street, and then one of the superheroes.
No, just her. It's very crucial.
Her.
Only she's a little bit on the street.
And one superhero is just so fast that he runs into her, and she becomes red mist.
She becomes lasagna on the pavement. It was bad.
It's really gruesome. It's a really gruesome, awesome scene, actually.
I think, and Kevin, you can correct me on this because you've seen more than I have. But the protagonist is like the really what's it called, pussy kid, right?
He gets better because
gets better.
Yeah, because he's like, wham, my girlfriend, and then much worse, more awfuler things happen to him as the show goes on. He's like, yeah.
And in the first episode, he does beat up the guy with the TV, right? Or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Oh, no, that's the guy. Huey is at least one of the main characters' name, at least season 1. No, that's...
Because that was like the very first episode that I'm talking about, yeah. I don't know any of their names or anything.
But he's being beaten up... Okay, so there's a hero in The Boys, and he's called Translucent. Vaguely, his power is he's invisible.
Yeah.
But the way his power works is it's actually his skin becomes a type of metal that becomes super reflective. So how do you think you kill such an indestructible man?
You electrocute him.
You get into his skin.
Think more gruesome, think more gross.
You melt him down.
I actually know about this.
Yeah, see, no, his death involved the insertion of an explosive device in somewhere.
Oh, a nice little stick of dynamite up his ass?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because I guess the inside wasn't as tough as the outside.
That's funny.
And the translucent man's like, hey, yo, main character, you's a bitch. And he's like, I'm not a bitch. And then he kills him. And then he's like, whoa.
Wait, so my question is, how did he shove the C4 up his ass?
What they did was they kidnapped him. Like they were able to...
he was the guy they beat up with the TV.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And so they kidnapped him and then they shoved it up his ass and blew him up. Lovely.
Yeah.
And then no one could believe that he was dead because like, no man, his skin's made out of the blah, 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 some dumb sciencey name for the metal. And they're like, oh yeah, no, apparently they just shoved a bomb up his caboose and then it was totally super effective. Because he was invisible and then he was lasagna on the floor. And there was a lot too. Like I think more than there should have been in one person. Because they painted the walls with him and it was bad.
Is that ironic justice right there? One was lasagna on the floor and then the other one was lasagna on the floor?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Although I guess he didn't really cause the lasagna on the floor.
Well, he didn't do it, but he's associated with the group that did.
Oh, that's good.
Man, and then they put the lasagna in a briefcase, and then they found the briefcase, and they're like, "Oh, geez, oh no."
Sounds a lot like Morty.
Yeah, no, man. Like, if it was animated, I would have believed it was a Rick and Morty episode. But no, it was real. They really did that.
So speaking of great things that are going to or are streaming on Amazon, first thing on is...
Oh, it's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Is this the Borat thing?
Amazon Prime. Borat subsequent movie film.
Okay.
October 23rd, we got a trailer.
So, if you don't know anything about Borat, two things. One, most, if not all the scenes are real events.
They try to make it as just don't pay anybody, don't tell anybody what's going on as possible.
Yeah. So basically, it's just Sacha Baron Cohen, right?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, I always messes up his name. Anyway, But yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen, he goes and he does a bunch of bullshit, and it's funny.
He dresses up and he acts like this character he's created called Borat, who's a man from Kazakhstan who doesn't understand America and he speaks in broken English, and he talks about Kazakhstan or the way he understands things. Like,
also, he embodies some terrible stereotypes to be factual, which is the funniest.
That's true.
And
Like, I feel kind of bad because I put it in there. And you're like, oh boy.
And the second thing, if you didn't know anything about this movie, is when the Olympics happened. I don't know when was
a lot of nudity. There's a third thing you should know. A lot of nudity.
And yeah, I'm Borat.
But
of the male persuasion, if you're into it.
When the Olympics happened, though, and I think they had a Kazakhstani girl in the Olympics or something like that, and when they were playing the anthem for Kazakhstan, they ended up playing the anthem from Borat instead, completely by accident. And
it was an accident, but I think like the people from Kazakhstan were actually into it. They were like,
yeah, I think they're like, yeah, they know what's up.
I think there were a lot of people that were pissed off, though.
They were definitely. I would say the government of Kazakhstan was probably felt slighted because we played a parody instead of their real anthem.
Because I don't think anyone knows what the real
the parody
anthem
is more recognizable. I'd say. I mean, no slight to Kazakhstan, of course, naturally. But I want.
Does anyone even know the actual anthem?
Not the real one, no. I'm sorry, that's just me being honest. I don't know.
Honestly, neither do I. I just know that they played the wrong anthem during the Olympics, and I felt so bad for the poor girl because her face just like, it was like, it's on video too, and you're just like, I feel so bad for this girl.
That's so good.
You make it all the way to the top, and this is how they treat you.
But I mean, so do you know how the anthem goes? It's like pretty funny. It's like he's like, Kazakhstan is best country. All other countries are little girls.
Doesn't he just like American Sucks or something at one point?
Yeah. Because he sings that version at like this rodeo in Texas in the first movie.
Oh, the boos he got! I was laughing so hard because they were all deserved, but it was really funny. But yeah, the Borat. That's a funny movie. I've seen it a few times, more times than I like to admit. But you know,
I've only ever seen it once when we watched it together. Man, that was a magical moment because I was in university and the library has a bookstore, and the bookstore did a monthly thing where they just get rid of old stuff that they can't hold on to anymore. They just want to get rid of for real cheap. And I found Borat, and I found Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh man, 2 gems.
And I got a book by C.S. Lewis, and I came home and I was like, guys, I found Borat. Let's watch Borat. And then we open it up, and it's like a blank disc that just has Borat written in Sharpie on it.
You know, if you put the subtitles for Hebrew or something, they just make fun of Jews on the subtitle.
Oh man, that's the meta right there. Also, who has Hebrew subtitles? Man,
or something like that. I forget what they did with it, but because they make fun of Jews in the movie, and it's like, oh my god.
That's part of the character, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's like Kazakhstan not fond of Jews.
Apparently, or something.
That could just be a stereotype, too, that Sacha Baron Cohen
Kazakhstan. We just don't know too much.
He's like, Kazakhstan, you're kind of like dirt poor Russia, even though Russia is not great by itself, but Kazakhstan is worse.
I think it's fair to say a lot worse when it comes to money problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sacha Baron Cohen doing what he do.
Gonna be so happy to finally see that, because then
I didn't think they'd ever make a second one.
I don't think he thought about it either. He was probably just like, wow, the world is really stupid right now. Borat could take advantage of like the racists in America, could take advantage of trying to like make fun of Trump. Like in the trailer, he apparently dresses up as Donald Trump in like a really bad costume, and he goes to a rally and Mike Pence is there, and he's like, Mike Pence, I have a woman for you. and he's holding his daughter over his shoulder.
Who he may or may not have impregnated. Man, that trailer. Well, there are some things in that trailer podcast that we can't show you, but we could talk about.
That's probably going to be my favorite part of the movie. It's that Borat's daughter. What's Borat's daughter like? She's him, but she's just a girl. That's the only difference.
Awesome. It'll be a good time. I think it'll definitely be a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's next on the list, sir?
So did you guys know about this? If you haven't watched the trailer, they put another character in Smash.
I didn't. Which character is this though?
Minecraft.
Minecraft guy?
Minecraft Steve.
Okay.
Super Smooch.
How do they get that in there? Did Microsoft just like, hey, Nintendo, put Steve in?
Like, honestly, Sakurai said, sometimes I put in characters that I like, sometimes I put in characters who are really popular and have been wanted for a while, and then other times...
if I don't do it good, I'm not going to put him in. I believe
next time we're going to get Batman?
Right? I think I read the same quote.
Are we going to get Batman and Switch soon enough? Smash?
Give me a cool Batman game on the Switch, yo. I don't care.
So Sakurai, he was like, just this Nintendo corporate guy. He came up to me and he said, how do you put Minecraft in Smash? And then Sakurai was like, okay, I'll try it, I guess. And that's how that happens. Sometimes they just come up to Sakurai and they're like, you're going to put this in Smash. And he's like, okay.
Well, I mean, also, there probably has to be like some sort of licensing thing. Because Microsoft owns...
Yeah,
Nintendo has made Dragon Ball games. Why isn't Goku in Smash yet? Come on, Sakurai. I know you're one of the 10 followers that listens to me. Man, imagine it's like 5 schmoes and then it's like freaking, Tatsuya Nomura, freaking Final Fantasy guys. Like, yeah, I like the Beanstalk cast.
That would be great.
It'd be really random, but I'd love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, man.
If just like there's like one person that just happens to be like really famous or something, just like, yeah, this thing's cool.
So Steve, and an alternate costume, Alex, which is the female base, like Steve is the male base, and the zombie and Enderman are just the costumes for the character, the Minecraft character.
So are we gonna get the Creeper as well?
We got the Creeper as a Mii Fighter costume.
Alrighty, okay.
It's actually pretty funny because it's like the body is the body and then the head, and its arms are up here. It has 2 of its stumps up on top and then 2 on the bottom, so it looks really strange.
But the Creeper never had arms to begin with.
No, so they had to use 2 of its 4 stumps on the bottom as arms.
What the... Okay, alrighty. I was kind of hoping to just walk around like a Creeper would and then explode on people.
No.
Oh.
There's no... they couldn't get it to work like that.
It'd be a perfect item. Just have a Creeper item.
No Creeper item. I think they also put the pig in as a Mii Fighter costume, which is much the same thing. It just stands up on 2 legs. With
the sword. Apparently they changed the pigmen in Minecraft, from what I heard. I don't know what they changed them to, but they changed them to something.
In what way?
They're no longer pigmen. In general.
The pigmen are still in Minecraft.
From what I heard, I don't know.
I don't know what you heard.
I was talking to my little cousin, so mind you, they could have been wrong.
My little cousin just makes things up all the time too. Like, he's
11 though, so you know, I mean, like.
My little cousin is 5, and he'll just say something about a video game, and then I'll look over at him, and then he's just staring at me completely.
If this is the cousin, I think just tell her your mama joke. Apparently, his brain just can't handle it.
No, this is the one who's harder. He can handle it, and he's like, bro, and then he says something back.
And then he says some stuff.
The 5-year-old talks back.
Take another drink of whiskey.
No, my
Chris,
cousin's
you're
11,
like,
so like he's got at least understanding of the world around him a little bit.
Yeah. He just makes things up, and then I look over at him just to confirm what he said was real, and he'll look at me completely dead face and just nod his head. It's like, yeah, it's real. I know it.
Man, that dude's awesome. I'm just throwing it out there. Little man, you know who you are. You're cool.
Other things happened. Something that we didn't talk about when it happened last week, just because last week was 3DS podcasts. Mm-hmm. Bethesda got bought by Xbox.
Yes.
$7.5 billion.
Yes.
It's
Oh, there you go. Just to clarify, yes, they did get rid of the pigmen. They turned into piglin
what?
or something like that.
What the heck?
Yeah. See.
Okay, but it's the same thing. They just changed the face.
Yeah, and they changed the name too, apparently. So
Oh, did
yeah,
all the
formerly
pigmen
called
come
Zombie
out?
Pigman is an undead. Yeah, so apparently, I don't know why they changed it, but they changed it.
That's just stupid. Who cares?
Yeah.
Are there pigmen that were offended that their names were being dragged through the mud? Or are you Pigman?
I honestly wonder because of the myriad of racial slurs. Like, I wonder if Pigman was a slur at some point, and then somebody dug it up.
Maybe
and got
it
offended.
should be again, because Pigman sounds fun. What? Who is that for?
Oh no, it might be what's it called? What's that game called? Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah. Oh, there is a Pigman.
Yeah. Dude, that character is great, by the way. I've never finished that game because it was too hard on the PlayStation 2, but great game. And there is a pig who speaks.
Yeah. Beyond Good and Evil 2, when the hell are you coming out?
Wait, I thought that came out already, and I just missed it.
I think it's been delayed like 6 times.
Oh, so it never did
Who
happen.
knows if it's still in development, honestly.
Probably not.
Well,
You said this was for PS2? No, I'm always on the lookout for some
Well,
good
I mean-
PS2 stuff.
Well, yeah, Beyond
Back
Good and
in the day.
Evil, I think originally came out on the PS2, right?
2 or 3 because it's on the Xbox 360.
Because I think it came out for
Yeah, I
because
think
have it
that's
on the
where
2.
I have seen it originally.
Because I have it on the 2, so...
But remember, PlayStation was one of the few where it was a past gen, but it was still getting games.
Oh, I see.
Because the PS2 was the greatest selling console in the history.
I know there was a remake
Yeah,
recently,
still,
though.
isn't there?
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing's
Like
come
a
close to
re-release.
155 million?
yeah.
Because
Nothing.
Beyond Good and Evil, I think, had a port recently, too, not that long ago. When they announced number 2, they ended up re-releasing one.
I think so.
Or something
Also,
like
port over Dragon Ball games to the PlayStation 4, Sony. Come on.
No, they don't want to.
Why not?
Because
Why is it that Xbox will do it, but PlayStation won't? That's crazy, yo. Xbox never had those games.
be satisfied with
How come Xbox did
be
it?
satisfied with the few good things that Xbox does. Every time they
Hey,
throw
you
you,
know-
a bone, just take it. It's
Is,
okay.
is this a good segue to get to the Microsoft thing?
What Microsoft thing?
Bethesda?
Yeah, well, we were going to talk about that. So Bethesda, get it, Ismat.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. So yeah, Microsoft purchased Bethesda.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
what games was Bethesda responsible for again?
Uh,
Get rid of the
Fallout.
list. Okay.
Skyrim.
Mhm.
Those are the 2 ones that I can think of.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. End of the line.
I think the two that.
Oh, they also got Obsidian, I think, too, right?
Yeah, Obsidian is part of Bethesda.
Yeah, so
No,
they did get Obsidian as well.
That's the studio that did the South Park games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And so they're saying that the next Skyrim might be a PC Xbox exclusive.
You mean Elder Scrolls? How dare you?
I don't really care.
Skyrim is the name of the edition. Elder Scrolls
I
5.
don't really care. It's not. Oh, it is called Elder Scrolls. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, Ismat. See, at least he knew to back down immediately.
I never played any of the other ones, so I don't really care too much.
So that's
Skyrim was pretty good.
That's wild. Everybody was bashing on Xbox about not having any exclusives, and then they bought a pretty big company with 2 marquee exclusives.
You know, to be fair, and this is after what's it called, Fallout 76, right?
Yeah.
And a few other mistakes that Bethesda made. I can see them getting bought
Isn't
out,
76
so-
continuing to be a mistake that Bethesda's making?
Yeah, it's not like they've done anything better
Yeah,
with it.
they completely screwed it up from what I understand. So yeah,
And
I
I
never
don't
played
think
it myself.
I don't think they're gonna try anymore, knowing that it's such a failure.
Mm-hmm.
That's also the case. Like, people are saying, you were all like, Xbox has no exclusives. Bam, Xbox has great exclusives now.
Except Bethesda didn't make exclusives.
And that's the problem. Boy, Bethesda is probably not going to make exclusives just because they're owned
Yeah,
by
see, I had
Microsoft.
that thought too. Then and then within
You know
1
what
second.
though? If they do end up making exclusives, the only person that loses out is a PS4 or PS5 players because it'll still come to PC. So
I mean,
because it's
Doesn't really matter.
Microsoft.
Look, if we miss out on the next Elder Scrolls and the next Fallout, I don't think that's the biggest thing in the world.
Unless it's Fallout New Vegas too.
That sucks
no,
for
because
sure.
PlayStation is so stacked with their exclusives. I think they can take it, no problem.
I think it's
probably yeah.
I think it's going down a road where Final Fantasy might become exclusive to PlayStation and
Again?
Nintendo. Because PlayStation and Nintendo Switch are kind of becoming like
Yeah, they're
friends.
like this, son. I'm crossing my fingers for y'all listening.
They're probably like, you know what? Switch isn't fighting us. They're competing in their own kind of market in a way. So let's not start beef with them.
Because
Is
Nintendo
Switch-
does the casual thing.
Yeah, is the Switch competing? Or is Nintendo competing? I don't think so.
They're really just doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're kind of just here.
Because Nintendo is more like for the casual gamer.
Yeah.
While like a the PlayStation has always went for like the JRPG fans, and then Microsoft went always for the
Shooters.
Your
degenerate children.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to say it myself, but yeah.
No, yeah, Chris will say it. Good job, Chris.
There's also the fact that the past few Bethesda games have been kind of glitchy messes, as people have pointed out.
76?
76 was a disaster.
What was the other one? I know there's another one that came
Was
out.
Anthem Bethesda or was that someone else?
Anthem was not Bethesda.
Or was Anthem was EA, right? Or BioWare or
One of those. Not
forgetting.
Bethesda.
What if Microsoft just came out and said, we bought BioWare?
No, I wanted to ask you, as a man who knows the value of Dragon Age, who needs to get together for this to happen?
Well, I think after EA and BioWare split apart like a long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did, right? I don't know.
Okay, but who can pick up BioWare and then save the day?
Um,
I'm looking at you, Sony. I mean, yeah, Sony would be like, "Oh man, we bought BioWare. What you got?" And then PlayStation would be like, "Yeah,
'Cause, like,
I'm messing all these names up."
I don't know, man. I don't know how you revive the Dragon Age.
PlayStation.
Because Inquisition. Here, just side note that you should play Inquisition, Ismat, because Inquisition sets up for a sequel. Which is like, man, none of the other games did it, and the setup is actually pretty good.
The only
That's
one
a
I played was
shame.
Origins, and then I played Awakening a little bit, but I never got to finish it.
So I looked at the little list of Bethesda games, and for sure, 76 was pretty recent, and that was a mess. Elder Scrolls Online has kind of just been...
I see Dishonored's on that list also. I
Dishonored's-
forgot about Dishonored.
Yeah,
those
Dishonored's
games are
pretty
actually
good.
pretty good.
And
I didn't know
Doom.
Dishonored was on there.
Apparently,
Oh, Doom.
Doom is owned by Bethesda, so that's a big one. How much you
know,
want to bet?
I can see Microsoft being
Oh, what do you know?
the
A big
purveyor of
shooter
Doom.
for Xbox? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It'll join the library of COD and Battlefront.
Prey, I don't
Battlefield, whatever
know
it's called.
anything about Prey. I just remember it coming and going.
I got
Prey
stuck
was
in the first
interesting,
area.
and then that's all I saw of it.
Yeah, I got stuck in the first area.
I saw like one or two videos. and that
The
was kinda
Evil Within, Kevin, what did you think of Evil Within?
it. Okay, you're the one who played it, huh?
Yeah, no, it
And I gave
actually.
you the wrong disc.
Yeah, and then he tried to give me guff about coming back to get the correct game. Man, that guy. Anyway, no, Evil Within, great game. Honestly, I've forgotten that they were also Bethesda, but no, yeah, Evil Within. Check it out.
I still find it so funny they gave you the Evil Within instead of the Evil Within 2.
Yeah, no, that hurt my feelings. I got home and I had the game all the time I was here, and I never once opened it.
And
Which
then
is
when
like, man.
And then when he finally opened it, it turned out it wasn't the right game.
Yeah, no, I even went so far as to install the game on my Xbox. I'm like, Evil Within, no, I got the sequel. And then man, I was never so defeated mentally as I was
And the
that
guy
night.
was so nice at GameStop too, because he's like, you guys were chatting it up and you were chilling, and the next thing you know, it was the Evil Within 1, not 2.
Yeah, shouldn't have, man. That fool. Left him a dirty review on his website.
So, I mean, hey, like, so Bethesda games, if they end up being exclusive to Microsoft, not a bad list of exclusives to have. You know, aside from Halo, and you know what? Halo is going to be awful. So, good for Xbox.
Well, they postponed Halo to fix it up, apparently, so I guess we'll
I
find
like
out.
how they postponed 76, Cyberpunk, whatever it's called.
Cyberpunk.
Well, Cyberpunk is officially coming out in November, so
It's definitely...
it is.
It's definitely most
They're
certainly...
going to push it back 6 more months because they're
No,
like, oh,
no. When
we were going to launch, but then we realized our character models had no feet. Looking at you, Fire Emblem, come on.
Well, no, because like what's it called? They were asked if they're going to postpone it again, and they said no, it's definitely coming out in November. We're not going to postpone it anymore.
You know, it's going to come out, and everyone's going to think, man, they should have postponed it again.
So yeah, I'll definitely buy it. I'll definitely play it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes.
How much you want to bet it's gonna have like Assassin's Creed Unity levels of just face tearing and things not loading in, and
then all of a sudden you fall through the world.
Kevin,
thousands of people that are only 3 people.
Kevin, it's gonna be Keanu Reeves, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Why haven't they made?
I let it be known. Game? Why haven't they made a John Wick game?
I thought they did.
That's way better than what I was gonna say.
It was like a small indie game, sprite art, just like it kind of like Hotline Miami, where you just go around and shoot guys and do things quickly. I want like a full on.
Is it a VR game that's John Wick though? I thought.
I have no idea. I haven't heard of that one.
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Because John Wick has been well established as Batman without the dumb gadgets.
I thought he was pissed off that you killed his dog.
Yeah, have you ever tried to kill Batman's dog? Yeah, no.
No, because Batman don't have a dog.
He totally does. He's Ace the Bat Hound. Get out of here. Yeah, learn the lore.
I did not know this.
I mean,
I learned something new every day.
I mean, when you think about it, Joker just straight up murdered a Robin, and then Batman was like, "Oh, I'm sad now.
I need a replacement Robin to fill the hole in my bum. I mean, my heart."
And he gets
I'm not gonna go sicko mode on Joker.
Wait, so he gets a dog to replace his Robin?
I think he. Actually, yeah. No, I think he gets a dog to replace the last Robin that leaves, and then he's like, "Man."
He's like, "You'll never leave me."
No, and then the dead Robin sees he had a little boy Robin, and then he was all mad. And then he put on a red helmet, and he's like, "I'm Red Helmet."
And then he saw the girl, Batgirl, and he was
he's like, "I'm gonna hit that, and then I'm gonna put this I'm gonna be Red Helmet."
Yeah.
Oh, so he becomes the evil guy.
And he uses guns, and that's cool. Also, Gotham Knight, is that an Xbox exclusive thing, or is that just a whatever?
No, that's by WB Warner Brothers.
So that's definitely Sony. If it's Warner Brothers, it's Sony.
I don't think it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation. I think it will be dual release.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, because Warner Brothers, I don't think does any exclusives. They tend to release on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer I saw for it was just a while back, and I forgot which platform I was seeing it on.
Because I know with Shadow Mordor and Shadow War, which was the Middle Earth games, they're also WB, and they were released on everything. So.
I know, but they did particularly well, on certain consoles, right? I think those did better on Xbox than they did PlayStation.
I mean, on the PC, it was really fun to play too. So I really enjoyed it because that's where I have it on.
Yeah, admittedly, PC tends to go past my notice. I'm sorry,
we got some great games, you know.
I mean that.
No, I believe it. And there's also some dirty shenanigans going on in the PC gaming world.
Lovely stuff.
I don't know how to do those, so I can only feel the salt of it being done upon.
Because you can't mod a PlayStation game as easy as you could a PC game, which
Definitely
is lovely.
Not. But you know what? You could easily mod your Wii games just because the software was so easy to break. You would just open it up and be like, "Hey," then it's over.
The best game to play on the Wii is The Godfather. I love choking people in that game. Just shaking those nunchucks and that Wii remote.
Oh no, I'd argue freaking playing Tenkaichi the Dragon Ball on the Wii was awesome because you would fucking throw your Kamehameha out. Man, why was the Wii so good? What, man?
Dude, the setting people on fire bit in The Godfather, was great too.
Oh man, okay, y'all released a Dragon Ball game on the Switch, but you gotta use the Joy-Cons to play. Boom, Dragon Ball game.
And that was one of the first rated M games too.
Yeah, I know.
That came out on the Nintendo console, and I was just like, hell yes.
What you doing, Nintendo? And then they don't do it.
And I think that was when Best Buy was still around. Not Best Buy, sorry, Blockbuster was still around.
Man, I miss
Blockbuster.
And so going in there was always a fun time.
And I think that's where I got the game from. It was from Blockbuster.
Another thing about Blockbuster is because, sometimes the managers didn't know what was what, so you would find the cartoon porn next to, Sleeping Beauty. Because they're like, oh, it's all animated. It's all the same.
I always find that funny that some people don't realize that animation can mean anything.
Yeah. It's animation.
Could be anything.
Right, yeah. Man,
but no, apparently animation can only be for kids, right?
Yes.
Then what about South Park, Ismat?
Oh, I believe that falls under adult animation.
What a great segue, Chris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, let's talk about South Park because apparently they did
what
South Park does.
They did the pandemic special, which was an hour-long premiere for the very first time in
I
South
heard
Park
it
history.
went really well. I think
It really did. And I watched. I think I missed like maybe like the first 2 or 3 minutes because when I tuned in was 2 or 3 minutes in. But
yeah, naturally.
yeah, but no, it was great. You got I think the highlights were the chin diapers and Randy starting Corona.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no one
right
wants
there.
to wear a chin diaper over their mouth and nose. That's gross.
Oh, dude, and Stan,
Stan.
he knew. You know what? I feel this pain. I really do, because he was the one that was just like, I can't take this shit no more, and I felt this pain. I really do. Cause,
What did he do?
Oh no, because like he was tired of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Shit, and so I felt his pain. I really did. Because I get it.
Are you too tired of the lockdown?
Yes, Kevin.
I'm hoping we open up just enough so where I could.
Well, apparently the movie theater downtown is open now.
Oh yeah,
for the first time.
I know, but you gotta. I think it's like reduced like capacity and
Probably.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
No, at work we totally opened up last week too. Actually, it's
nice,
awful.
yeah.
I hate it. No, because it's like people aren't coming in, but
Oh, I
we have
gotcha.
like twice as much takeout for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like they hear we're open, so they're like, oh, this is.
We've been open through the entire thing, luckily, and that's because we're essential, quote unquote, because we do what's it called, construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we need you guys. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because whenever you have problems, we're the ones.
We
that
also
come and
need
fix them.
food too, but not us specifically.
So we work with a lot of insurance companies and that kind of stuff. But yeah. So we've been open the entire time, thank God. But it still sucks because it's just. I basically.
No, I'm gonna come out and say it. I have been enjoying this lockdown because you know what, man. Poor George. He can do no evil. Look at him, and he's just like, man.
Of course, you might wanna blurt this out, but did you really have to sneeze on the doggo?
What?
Yeah, look at him. He's just taking it, and he just that poor little thing. No, he's gonna remember. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you, motherfucking. Oh, like George. Oh my George.
He's gonna wake you up at like 5 a.m. and just like fuck you up.
No, he's gonna wake up and there's gonna be a severed head on your lap. You're gonna be like, oh.
It's with that kid down the street,
You go to throw it away, and then there's a pile of bodies back there. Like, oh man.
They'd be like, "This is your final warning, bitch."
Also, why is he always taking homicidal doggos, Christopher?
Because.
How do you find them?
Look, they find me.
Georgie's a saint.
Yeah, he's a little sweetie pie.
But anyway, then the pandemic special, great, excellent stuff. And it talked
Which
about
is usually you hear about people's outrage, but I was delightfully surprised to hear that.
No, there was plenty of outrage.
No, but I heard there was more praise and outrage this time around, so I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I honestly, from what I heard, there was a lot of outrage because of what they did to Token.
Oh.
I know what they do to Token.
Oh, it's them times, isn't it?
Yeah, the police.
Oh, did they? Oh, they got Token. What did he do?
Well, really, they just started shooting randomly, and
as they do, as police officers are known to do,
and all the bullets decided to hit Token.
They just all like flew over to him, and like he wasn't even in the way.
Because it was I think it was Butters and no, it was Kyle and Cartman fighting.
Yeah.
And the cops were the new teachers at the school because they got all the defunding of their departments, and they wanted to reopen the schools. So they're like, all right, well, we're out of a job now, and so all the cops ended up working as teachers, and they were running the school like a prison. And then Cartman and Kyle started fighting, and then they opened fire, and it ended up hitting Token. And then they call it a COVID-related incident.
I mean, people, you're really gonna get mad about that? I mean, this is South Park is like about this, like just taking this really horrible things about the world and then making jokes out of them.
Yeah, it was great. And dude, the best part was.
I know, but if some of those murders were we shot in the opposite direction, but somehow reality shifted and made those bullets curve into those people.
Well, and of course, what's his name, Kenny.
Yeah.
He got his fair share of.
Oh, the bullets get him first. And then...
Well, no. This is much later in the episode. After all the kids, escaped the school or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Poor Kenny.
Dude, but no, honestly, people were really pissed off about the Token thing But then there was another part where this random kid just gets slaughtered by a barrage of bullets while he's building a snowman.
See, that's just funny. I mean, that's dire as hell. That's funny.
And it's not Kenny either. It was just some random ass kid who just gets slaughtered by bullets. And it's not like just a quick pan or anything. It's just like it was a.
You're watching him get mowed down.
Yeah, it was a bloody sight.
See, when shows go gory, they're just big successes, man.
And of course, the other highlight was how Randy, and how he started COVID.
No, man. I have no more.
You're just having too much fun, aren't you?
A little bit.
Randy started COVID with the Mickey Mouse when they were in China last season, and they killed Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Winnie the Pooh. But anyway, but no. So
no, when he died and became God. Greg showed you those pictures. Man, that's some of the worst freaking editing out I've ever seen, and I love it.
In case you don't know what Kevin's talking about, he's talking about Kingdom Hearts and how Winnie the Pooh was censored in China. It just became a white.
He's just a white light with feet.
With yellow little feet.
It's beautiful, though. It's like art.
But yeah, no, Randy decided to take turns with Mickey Mouse. Mm-hmm. Fucking Mickey Mouse's favorite pastime, which is mice with wings.
I see.
Yes. And that's how COVID started.
We had it right the whole time. COVID was started by something about bats.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Freaking Randy, though.
I love how Randy has become the catalyst for all things that go bad in South Park. I love it.
And then he spreads the mustache plague, which is good fun. Which is separate to COVID.
Of course he would, because why not?
I suggest you all watch it and find out what I mean.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Oh, but how will they watch it on freaking HBO Max? That's the only way.
Well, I think it's also on Comedy Central. I actually don't know.
Something. I mean, they used to have every episode of South Park on the South Park website. I wonder if that still goes, or if
probably
they had to be stopped because then
that was too good.
Yeah, then corporate came around and was like, no.
Yeah, how do they capitalize on giving us what we want? They couldn't.
I have no idea, honestly.
Man, I remember that website, man. Back when I shouldn't have been watching South Park, but even then, South Park was great.
Yeah, South Park. What I love about South Park is that they just make fun of everyone. They really don't.
Everyone's fair game, and they just,
Hillary Clinton, Trump, they don't really care. They'll get everyone. Although I think they missed a perfect opportunity to hit Biden too, but they didn't.
Could have, but maybe that'll come later.
Yeah, maybe.
We still got time before the election, so something will happen in South Park.
Yeah. Don't they make the episodes like last minute?
Yeah, the episodes literally go on a week before they go on. They're in production.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but they do it, and they do it pretty well.
It's really easy.
They've been at it for some time. I'm sure
they've been at it for so long, and it's
honestly, it sounds like me when I'm about to do my homework. It's like, oh, is the homework due tomorrow? Okay, you just get started.
Just do it real quick. Autopilot.
Yeah. The audio cut out because Audacity had an oopsie, and then all the scenery. And if they need to draw something new, then they can do it on the spot because the art style is just that simple. Oh. And then they just move them around screen, and that's the animation.
I liked it better when it was actually just cut out pieces of paper, and the paper had shadows. That was the South Park golden age right there.
That was a special time.
Also, I imagine those first couple episodes must have been rough.
Like with South Park, I didn't like it at first. I really didn't. And then once I got like 2 or 3 seasons in, that's when it really started to grow on me. Because like when season 1, there was maybe like 2 episodes that I can name. One was the Tooth Fairy one, which was a favorite of mine because it made fun of The Godfather, and I love that movie. That's my favorite movie of all time, as you can probably guess because I love the game on the Wii as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, they made fun of that, and that was like my favorite episode of that entire season, and it was like the only episode I liked too. And then season 2, I liked a couple more. Season 3, I liked a little bit more. And then, like, after that, it just got progressively better.
I mean, could that be you were just catching up with the times? Because season 1 was about stuff ahead of your time?
Possibly. Because,
No, you probably go back to those seasons now and be like, oh!
Yeah, because I'm
still might not be funny, but you'll at least,
Yeah, because, there was a lot of, references that I probably did not understand. So.
I mean, you can go back and be like, oh, man, I get that now. And be like, damn.
Because I mean, once it caught up to like the late '90s, early 2000s, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I get a lot of these jokes. Probably like when it was a little bit before that. That's just like.
I like how they made Tom Cruise go back in the closet after he came out. That was funny. And then all these celebrities started showing up to try and talk him out of the closet. And they started.
I love how short they make Tom Cruise too.
And they're like, oh no, Will Smith has joined Tom Cruise in the closet, and he's never coming out ever.
Will Smith is awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
I love Will Smith. He's great. Yeah. That's in case you're watching this, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith, if you're the one super famous guy that listens to Beanstalk, yeah, you can afford to be in the closet, Will Smith. I imagine it's a walk-in. You probably have a second house in there. Like, dang.
Will Smith's great.
So 2 online games, free-to-play games, came out this past week, and they just blew up. There's Genshin Impact, which
Didn't you stream?
Not a good day at the office, huh, Audacity? Okay, thank God it's still recording. No, it wasn't. Yeah. So I just woke up on Wednesday and I was like, Genshin Impact came out on Monday. Greg, can we stream it? And he was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, it's a game on the PlayStation.
That's the anime game, right?
Yeah, Anime Breath of the Wild. We actually talked about it because they revealed it in a State of Play. They revealed that it was coming to PS4.
Okay, that was what it was. I was about to say Nintendo Direct, but that was wrong.
And I believe eventually it will also be coming to PS5, and around the same time it could be coming to Nintendo Switch.
So Chris, tell us about this game. I would like to know more about it.
So, it's Anime Breath of the Wild. It's from a Chinese company, if that bothers you, I will say that much.
It's free to play, though, right?
It's free to play.
Is there a censored Winnie the Pooh in Genshin Impact?
I hope they eventually add one.
Wait, so when you say free to play, does that mean there's a lot of microtransactions? Or
there are microtransactions, but in the 2 hours that me and Greg played, we didn't reach any point where we were like, oh.
Also, if you have any semblance of human free will, you can ignore these transactions.
And you could just play the game and then get all the stuff by grinding or by doing quests.
So I'm guessing it's like an MMO, or what is it?
It's not you can play online with other players.
You said phones, and then I was just like, okay, maybe this might not be a good idea.
It kind of looks like a phone game, actually. That was the impression I got. I mean, it looked good, but I'm like, I could see people just doing this with it.
Because I've been seeing ads on my phone for it, and I'm just like, I thought this was like a PS4 game.
It's true that it's simplified in gameplay to be playable on phones, but in scale, it's huge, and there's a lot of characters, and there's a lot to do. And
all right, Chris, if this is cross-platform, I'll have to join you on stream sometime then.
Greg's never going to let me stream it again. He really hated it.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
I was like hoping that we could test it out together, but okay.
But like, it's, once again, I mean, so many people are like, don't call it Breath of the Wild, but it's basically...
It's Breath of the Wild.
It's Breath of the Wild. Yeah. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, calm down, boy.
Georgie woke up and attacked the can.
And he just spilled a little Pepsi. It's okay. Oh, yeah, so you explore. There's an open world. There's simple combat, but it's also kind of fun. Combos, you can do specials, you have elements, you can get resources, you can pick up foods, you can cook foods, and you can do trials. You can do temples, which are trials.
Is this like Pokemon Sun and Moon? They have trials?
Absolutely not, because Sun and Moon is atrocious.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, Sun and Moon.
And sure, the trials are as simple as beat enemies in a certain amount of time or use a certain element. Yes, it is simple, and Greg was like, this is boring. Oh, you just coasted through, huh? It just didn't challenge you. What the hell? It's fun, though. If it's a base level of fun, at least it's fun.
No, Greg just likes to talk that smack, Christopher. You can't let him get to you.
Yeah, so Genshin Impact is really fun, free to play. I don't think I'm going to be playing it again because you do need to play.
It's fun to play. I'm not going to touch it though.
Not on PlayStation because you need PS Plus because that's how you get the online features.
I see.
So and at least for now, I'm not going to be getting PS Plus. And I'm curious when it'll come out for Switch because they said it will be coming out for Switch. Yeah.
What about that second game? that went free to play?
Super Mario Bros. 35. It came out on the 1st, so 2 days ago, and I got to play it because I already have Switch Online, because Switch Online is cheap.
It's like $5, right?
It's $20 for a year, $5 for a month.
That's what it was.
That's
so why would you actually do the 5 for a month? Just get 20 for a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's who wouldn't? That's man.
Because you're saving $40.
Yeah.
That's the case with every. That's PS Plus, Xbox
That's 3
Live.
to 1. That's amazing.
Yeah, you're literally saving 70.
Dang, Switch.
75%? Is it 75?
Maybe people
5 times
always
12
people
is
learn
60.
from your example.
So you're saving a whole 66%.
66%. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
So
Too bad the online is shit, right, Christopher?
yeah. And there's a problem.
There you go. That's where it evens out.
And there's a problem with games that are online, like Super Mario Bros. 35.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're playing the original Mario Bros. Against 34 other players, and every time you beat an enemy, it sends an enemy over to another player's game, and it's time trial, it's sudden death. Whoever's last one standing wins. And it doesn't particularly matter how well you do in your game. It's just a matter of can you outlast everyone.
Oh, okay.
I've played it. My best finish was 22nd out of 35. I was playing for like an hour, and...
Sounds intense.
It is intense. And sure, I'm not great at Mario, but I felt like I was doing a really good job. And just... I would feel like I would have terrible runs where I was out in like 10 seconds, and then I would get like 25th place. And then I would have other rounds where I was going for a long time, like a whole minute, and I cleared 2 stages, and then I finished 30th out of 35. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this game? I think the problem is you got people who have been speedrunning Mario Bros. For so long and have like gotten all this crap down to a science and are so good at this. And then there's you.
Yeah, clearly the game is made for them.
Yeah, and then there's just you, and you're just an asshole, and you jump into the game. And then
you
that's
heard it
it.
first, folks. You're either speedrunner or you're the asshole.
I think the reality is, and this is a game that they're only having on the service until March of next year, and I think I get it already. I think I'm gonna drop off pretty soon, because if it's like that, where it's just the 15 at the top are so good that anybody who's below average or somebody who's like just average Mario player is never gonna crack top 20.
Oh.
Then it's gonna lose a player base immediately. So
it's only for the professionals at this point.
I can completely get why they're limiting.
So reminds me a bit like Fall Guys.
Yeah,
is that cross-platform?
Yeah, I think so.
Because if so,
I could be wrong.
We should all play.
We should. We talked. We mentioned when Greg was talking shit on Dragon Age. I'm like, yeah, no, we should do Fall Guys or Among Us was the other one we talked about.
Yeah, we could probably do. I think Fall Guys would be. Yeah.
Greg has PS Plus.
Good
Kevin has PS Plus.
Because I have it on PC, the Fall Guys. So
you should just play more on that PlayStation. It's a good console.
I know it's a good console, but I got my PC, which I paid an arm and a leg for. So, by the way, I finally paid off completely, the other day.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So cool.
So yeah, it's paid off. Now I have to pay off the index, but
one thing at a time. But now you got it.
Yeah.
My total cost I think was $2,400 on my computer.
I mean, I'm furrowing my brows, but that sounds accurate.
It was like $2,000. Well, I paid an extreme amount for like an extremely good PC though. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You definitely don't need the hardware that
I'm not paying $2,400 for a good PlayStation. I'm just saying.
This PC is supposed to last me for like the next generation. So
okay.
So
when it doesn't, are you gonna get your money back?
No.
No. When they come out with a computer that's just your computer but better in every way, and you're just like,
well, I mean, they already came up with the
already
3000 series of RTX graphic cards. And that already like completely throws my graphic card in the water.
Yeah, you're done.
My 2080 Super.
You're out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about PC. It's like, man, you're always. How could you ever
But
Man,
honestly,
I'm
though,
Be on top of it.
You're like, man, I'm ahead of the game by like 2 steps, and then all of a sudden the next week you're behind by 6 steps.
But no, it's between the 2080 Super and the 3000 series. It isn't such a big jump where I'm like, okay, it's whatever, because like probably when they come up with the next graphics card is when I'll be like, oh.
Yeah. Also, graphics cards are not inexpensive, correct? Aren't they?
It's usually the most expensive parts in the computer. Usually your graphics card and your processor. Those are like usually the 2 biggest things that you're paying money for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So like the new 30X series though, you're getting a lot more power than 20X series for a cheaper cost. So that's why everyone's really excited about the 30X.
How much more power? 10 to be precise.
Depending on what your previous hardware was, it could be a lot. And then like if you're like me with the 2080 Super, you're probably getting, depending on which one in the 30X series you're probably getting a nice boost of power anyway. I don't need to upgrade because I've got my 2080 Super and I'm happy with that. So
for all of us console buyers, we got our ST cards are set to premiere in early November.
I think what's it called? The PS5 and the Xbox One series, whatever, are supposed to have RTX cards.
Yeah, no, that's one of the... Oh, wait, no, Chris is pausing the podcast. Oh, no!
If you go to anchor.fm/BEAN-STOCK, that's anchor.fm/bean-stock, you can find all the links for the podcast on all 6 of the platforms that we stream on. We also have all of our socials linked to the descriptions of each episode as well as on our Anchor page. We also have a YouTube channel which is also linked into the description and on the Anchor page. We have a Twitch channel as well. It's not linked on the Anchor page, but it will be in the description of this video. It is twitch.tv/beansonstream, spelled exactly as you would spell it, one word.